What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, today we're going to be doing our first ever summon video, as well as a review of a brand new character that's just been released today, and there's been a lot of speculation on whether she's good or not. So I'm going to give you my take, but not only am I going to give you a take, but I'm going to break her down completely and give you examples of why I think she's good and why I think she's not. And at the end, I'll let you know if she's skippable or if she's a must-have. All right, so let's get into it, guys. I'm not going to waste your time here. The hero we're talking about today, if you go into your main city, you're probably going to see this on the older servers. Newer servers, expect this is going to be this chick right over here, who's got a massive scythe and looks pretty damn amazing, and that is none other than Lunar Shadow. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this right away. In order to get wish recruitment, if you're brand new to this, you can do diamond summons on wish recruitments twice a day, whether it's a multi or a regular. There is a pity system, starts at I believe 80 in the beginning, and then it goes to 100 after you get your first copy. After that, you can only get wish recruitments through buying them. Okay, so there is going to be actual packages you can purchase, and that's going to be the way to get her. Now, I want to talk about first if she's worth having. All right, this is going to be very important for you guys because these wish recruitment tokens are transferable to every new character, so you don't necessarily want to willy-nilly just spend them every single time a new character comes out, right? You actually want to know what you're spending on. Now, she is a dark character. Lunar Shadow is playing multiple roles, and I'm going to explain to you why she's the jack of all trades, but she doesn't really excel at everything or anything. So let's go and talk about her. I'm going to go into your hero section. If you go to the hero archive, she actually does exist right there, and I'm going to break her down for you guys, okay? And this breakdown, I think, will help you understand whether she's worth having on your team or not, or if she fits in the mold, and she can help you progress. So first things to note is she looks pretty badass. That's a given. She is a dark character, so light and dark, obviously they counteract one another, so she doesn't have any other weaknesses to the other tri-elements. She is a warrior, which means she's going to be a frontline unit taking damage and dishing it out, and she is a revenge and taunt unit. Now, revenge is brand new, taunt is of course existing. So I'm going to break it down, guys, and talk about what she's all about. All right, so let's talk about the first skill. The first skill is an AoE damage crowd control CC. What that means, guys, is she will damage the front row and the middle row, and not the back. So she doesn't do a full AoE. So I don't know why they call it that. It kind of is AoE, I guess. It's still area of damage, area effect damage, but it only does the front and the mid, okay? Not so it's like the Axe Berserker, exact same scenario. So she does 172% damage, which is actually really good for a warrior, and there's a 25% chance to taunt the enemy. Now, taunting an enemy is pretty crucial for tanks to do because it stops them from using their specials and ultimates or rage skills, and it only makes them use forcibly makes them use their basic attacks. Now, if the basic attack is a multi-target attack, it'll still hit everybody that it's supposed to hit, but if it's a single attack, it'll force them to only attack her. So there's a 25% chance for that to happen, okay? So not a bad move, very similar to Axe Berserker. Axe Berserker does, I believe, defense shred or armor shred, sorry, in this game. She does a taunt instead, okay? So it's decent, not bad for tanking, okay? Her second move is, after she receives damage, there's a 100% chance to do revenge. Revenge will deal 20% plus 20% times the amount of curse stacks to the front and mid row, up to 120% maximum, okay? So if you read what curse does, after 3 lasting rounds, inflicts 100% of the affected amplifier damage, attack and damage. So it'll do 100% of her attack in damage after 3 rounds. So curse is a debuff, okay? So in her case, she actually does a little more. She does up to 120% of the damage, and does it to the mid and to the middle and the front row. There's also a 50% chance to apply a stack of curse, which is important, obviously, because it works off of that. And this can be triggered 2 times every round. So damage wise, this is going to do pretty good damage, guys. And curse is decent. It's not like the best debuff in the game, but it's decent. So again, she's doing a really good job being a damage dealer in this regard, but again, she doesn't excel at it. The percentages aren't that big. Realistically, they're not that big, right? And curse is a 3-round infliction, but a lot of matches are done in 3 rounds. Some are done in 6 rounds, right? So I mean, you're really not going to get your bang for buck for curse teams at the moment in this game until there's a better curse hero, in my opinion. So this is not bad. It's a good damage dealing effect, but it's still not the greatest. There's better warriors out there to do better things. All right, the third skill, of course, is a self buff, 40% HP, 80% attack, and then her last one actually is a pretty good one. She does Moonlight Tier, granting unimaginable power. After every round, gains 1 stack of Moonlight. When a hero dies, she'll absorb the escape soul, increase her damage dealt. So Moonlight actually does, these two things do two separate things. Moonlight decreases damage received by 5% up to 10 stacks. So every single round she gains 1, so it'll be 5%, 10%, 20, 15, 20, etc. It continues up to 10 stacks. That's a lot. That's 50% damage reduction, guys. Cannot be dispelled and is removed upon death. So she starts off semi-tanky, and as the match goes on, she becomes extremely tanky, right? And then Escape Soul increases the inflicted damage by 20%, can stack up to 3 times, cannot be dispelled, removed upon death. So this actually gives her a lot more damage dealing abilities, and it can be stacked up to 3 times, so she can do up to 60% more damage. So this really is her biggest benefit of being a character. So she can become very tanky if survives. So if you put her in the middle row, for example, not the front, or if have a better tank in the front, and then she can increase her attack power as she goes on. So this makes her extremely powerful in terms of damage, but it takes time to build. That's the biggest problem, right? It's the stacking that's the problem. A lot of matches will end really quickly. Most PvP matches don't last past a certain point. So if you can keep her alive and your matches are lasting longer than expected, she can be an amazing tank / damage dealer. But if the matches are quick, she never has the time to build up, and that's my problem with this character. Okay, so let's talk about the Potential Awakening. Now this, for me personally, makes or breaks the character. If you don't know what Potential Awakening is, guys, a lot of you guys don't understand what the stars up here. This means she's a 12 star. At 10 stars, you awaken the Potential Awakening system. So after the first awakening, Dance of the Moon, it increases her chance of taunt to 35%. So an extra 10% chance to taunt, which is really good, actually, to be honest with you. And then the Revenge of the Moon enhances effect, and while using Revenge, it increases chance to curse from 50% to 100. So that's pretty damn good. But again, curse is still not my favorite debuff. And then lastly, enhances effect, increases damage by 10% overall for Heart of the Puppet. Heart of the Puppet, I believe, was this one right here. Oh, wait. Where is it? There it is. So 10% more damage, okay? So it'll add 10% damage to this whole self buff. So again, not bad, but nothing critical. Now I want to show you guys the reason why my thought process is like this. I'm not throwing out just random facts here. I want to tell you guys and compare her to other tanks and warriors, okay? So let's talk about another warrior. So talk about one of my favorites. Let's talk about Dragon Master. If you look at his skills as a tank, first off, he has a shield that he offers 2 people, can go up to 3 when you awaken him. He has damage increase. He has 100% counter attack to himself, and he has Intervene. Okay, so if you guys don't know what Intervene is, right here, Intervene shares 50% of damage by other heroes, so he takes the 50% damage, counter attacks, and applies a bleed every time. That to me is way better as a tank than anything that she can provide, right? And then of course he's got the 80% and 40%, and then lastly he does Deep Wound as well, which increases the amount of damage taken by bleeds by 50%. So this is an example of a real tank. Right? She's a jack of all trades. Here's a real tank, but also a tank that can dish out some damage. So in my opinion, the kit is way better. Also, if you go for a dark tank, guys, my favorite tank in the game at the moment outside of Dragon Master is going to be this bad boy, who's actually a puppet master. He's a malicious puppet, and he has a warrior curse plus heal. Now they work really well together, don't get me wrong, but he's if you have to choose between one or the other, I believe he's way better. So for example, he does more damage to a single target and applies Soulbound. If the hero dies, they cannot resurrect after 4 rounds. It's a pretty insane effect, and they cannot be purified or removed. So everyone does res in this game. Res is huge. So this is the only character right now that stops that from happening, right? He does Curse Soul, which can stack up to 4 times. It heals all allies. So not only does he do damage and stop resurrection, but he also heals, right? That's crazy. And then lastly, of course, doing the curse. So the same thing as you saw before. When entering battle, reduces 25% damage of the hero with the highest attack, lasts for 1 round as well. So he does quite a bit, guys. He also has damage reduction to himself. So this is a way better tank. So going back to Lunar Shadows, yes, she looks amazing. I do like her kit, but she's absolutely skippable, guys. She's absolutely skippable. So that's going to be my take on it, guys. I gave you 2 other examples of amazing tanks. There's even more, like Malrock, who's a fire tank, has lifesteal and critical rate up and critical damage up. He's way better in my opinion as well for that front roll. Shield of Parda is way better in the front roll. So there's a lot of better characters out there. But with that being said, I'm still going to go ahead and do a summon video because, hell, I want to be able to get her up and do a showcase for you guys, obviously. Now, if you know me from the past and any of my other videos, guys, I go pretty ham when it comes down to summoning. I am not going to be doing that in this game. If the character is not worth having, I'm not going to go crazy. But I will still do a summon video. So let's go into it, guys. I've got exactly 96. I have 98 till the pity. We'll push that pity if we have to. But if you've never seen a Wish recruitment summon video, guys, this is kind of what it looks like. Blue here means you're going to get just random stuff, not the character itself. Okay, so there you go. Materials. you know, a couple diamonds, some gold, some pots, some shards. It's pretty straightforward stuff. Okay, when you see yellow, that's the chance to get it. Now you can either get her, or you can get another 5-star, or you can get the big grand jackpot prize, which is 20,000 diamonds. Okay, there's other ones that you can get master equipment as well too. 6-star elemental shards, which you can apply to any hero, etc. Right? So we don't want to see blue. We want to see yellow. That's what you're going for. Now there is a pity, like I said. So the pity is important. There it is again. My first summon video, the first summon I did, actually, I ended up getting her. There's another one there, not her though. I wish I recorded that one, of course, but here we are. We're going to go ahead and keep going. I've got 56 left, guys. We'll try to get her one more time, and then I'm going to build her to probably to 10, and I'm going to test her out. We'll do an actual showcase. Now, like I said to you guys, I think she's skippable, right? And keep in mind, these characters are not like the Chaos characters. They will appear at some point or another within the elemental summons and the regular summons as well. Like, they will be put into there, just like twins will be eventually, right? So these guys are not a must-have. Twins is a must-have in my opinion. Lunar Shadow, absolutely not. Okay, so keep going here. We got 26 left, guys. Let's hopefully we don't have to hit the pity. My luck, honestly, I always hit pity. I think we're getting the pity. Yeah, look at that. Man, that's sad. That is so sad. Okay, what are we at? 6 left. You know what? I'll push the single ones. I'll probably have one left after. I'm probably going to need all 100 of them, which really, really sucks. But here we are. Let's see what happens. Single summons. I don't believe in... I hate single summons. It's like, if you know me from gacha games, single summons are like my biggest pet peeve. But hey, we might get her here. Ah, come on. Well, there you have it, guys. Took me straight to the pity. Okay, so this, I wanted to show you guys this for a reason, right? Because so tomorrow I get one free one and I'll use 300 to get her. So I'm not going to bother spending money here, guys. There's no point. But essentially 2 more and we get her. I want to show you guys this because it's extremely important to know what you're getting yourself into in wish summons. You don't get shards for her at all. You either get the character or you don't. It doesn't work like the Chaos ones, okay? So the rewards themselves are right here. It's not a bad percent. I mean, it's a really low percentage, let's be real. But there are lower percentages here, like these ones, for example, right? Don't waste them. Like I said, if you're looking for a good tank and a warrior, there are plenty out right now that will do the job and are a lot easier to level up because they're elementals, not light and dark. So again, my take on her is don't waste it, but I will build her up, guys, for you, and I will show you what she's all about so you guys can at least get an idea. Now, one thing I did want to talk about real quick are these Essential Plans. What are they called again? I'll go back here. Ascension Plans, right? So as you ascend her, you get the ability to unlock these free items and then the purchasable items. If you're a whale, these items are actually really, really, really good. Okay. If you're not a whale, these items are worth still going for, right? So if you are planning to build her, definitely work your way to 12-star if you can. But as a free to play, you won't be able to. So you're never going to get to this point, to be quite honest with you. Another thing I want to point out: do the lore. Because day 4, it unlocks another copy of her for free. So you actually get a copy of her for free anyways. Even if you don't want to summon for her, guys, you will get a free copy of her for free after 4 days. She's a 5-star. You can test her out. You can play with her and see if you like her. And I mean, in the game, obviously, they'll be weird about it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. But my opinion, guys, completely skippable. Good character. Don't get me wrong. Good character, good damage, decent tanking. Just unfortunately takes a lot of time to build up. Okay, and another thing I really want to cover for you guys, I know I showed you her awakenings, but the reason why awakenings make or break a character, I'm going to show you guys real quick the Panda Boy here. I show you why his awakenings are so good. If you click right here, his first awakening, number 1, gives a shield to 3 people instead of 2. So that's crazy, to protect 3 people with 8% of his max HP. Then if you go to the second one, he has 20% damage reduction every time he intervenes. That's insane. That's a permanent buff. That's not like you have to build over time. That is literally there from the get-go as long as you get this built up. And then lastly, he gets an additional 10% damage reduction to himself at the last one. That's 30% extra damage reduction, guys. That's what a real tank should do, right? The Mech Armor Bunny, Guard, they're all really good tanks. So again, there's just better options out there for warriors. So again, guys, my opinion, skipper, try something different. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. This is Payne. If you have any comments, please put them into the comment section. If you like the channel so far and you like what I'm doing, let me know. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the likes. I want to grow this channel. I want to grow this game. I'm enjoying. I'm loving it, and the community has been great. So definitely join the Discord and come and talk to us. I'm always on there, so you guys can get a hold of me there. All right, guys. This is Payne. Have a wonderful night. Again, best of luck if you're summoning. If you're taking my advice, we'll see you on the next Wish Recruitment. Take care.